Hey everybody, it's time to swing. We're still swinging, and I'm your host, Thomas. And today we got our boy Jay-Z up, y'all. Jay-Z under fire right now, man. Jay-Z going through a lot, family. All right, what's going on with Jay-Z is he is being accused by a 13-year-old of essaying her in the year 2000. So without further ado, let's hop into what's going on.
This morning, rap mogul Jay-Z is denying allegations he sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl alongside rapper Sean Diddy Combs. That civil lawsuit filed against Combs in October was amended Sunday to include Jay-Z. The accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, says she was sexually assaulted by both men at a Video Music Awards after party in 2000. In a blistering statement, Jay-Z accuses Jane Doe's attorney of trying to blackmail him. He said further, quote, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree?" He added, "My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people." Joining us now, Joey Jackson.
Okay, family. I'm loving the way he came out swinging. Okay, it was a lot at stake here for Jay-Z. A whole lot, okay, with what that lawyer was doing, and I will break it down. But I'm telling you, this was a chess move, okay? Because Jay-Z did not need this right now. With what's going on with Diddy, okay, he did not need this. The last thing he needed right now, and this is what that lawyer was counting on. He thought he was getting ready to get paid.
Seen a legal analyst and criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor. There's a lot to unpack here. Joey, I want to start with just the statement from Jay-Z, which is so forceful in its denial. I just read a teeny part of it. It's long, where he says that they should file a criminal complaint. Is that even possible at this point?
So based on the allegations, Jessica, good morning. Good to see you. I think that it certainly could be. Why do I say that? Now, he, of course, is more than annoyed, would be an understatement. Yeah. He has a family and he has a lot to protect, including his brand. But to the extent that he's saying, hey, come after me criminally, that could be likely. Why do I say that? Because rape in New York, and what's alleged in this complaint, is forcible compulsion. What that means in English is that it's saying that he held her down, raped her, and that, of course, the allegation is that Mr. Combs did the same thing. And so if those facts are actually accurate, it would require an investigation by prosecutors. And if true, right, you could...
Family, no way to prove these acts are actually factual. No way. This happened in 2000. 2000, that was almost 25 years ago, family. It's no way to prove that these words are true. No way. The only way you could believe these words if you want to believe them already. But if you just giving everybody a fair shot, it's no way you could believe that just because somebody said it. And it's supposed to happen 25 years ago. And we're going to hear the evidence that they got why this could be a criminal case. And I'm going to tell you exactly why it can't be one.
Could pursue it criminally. Now, with respect to the evidentiary value, yes, it happened 24 years ago, right? More than 24 years ago. But in the allegations, there's a few things. Number one, there's allegation that another celebrity was present at the time, right, in addition to other people. Number two, there's the claim by the victim, right, that she left, that she went and she was seen by a gas attendant who saw her in distress. Number three, that she phone called her dad, who showed up, the 13-year-old, and now removed her. So civil complaint, simply allegations, needs to be proven in a court of law. But if true, it could rise to the level of criminality.
Listen to what could rise to the level of criminality. This the evidence they got against our brother. 25 years ago, some gas station attendant might have seen her in distress. And her dad came and picked her up. None of them saw a crime happen to her. Okay, 25 years ago, some gas station attendant just saw her in distress. So he not gonna remember her or that she was in distress. Nothing happened. She didn't go file a police complaint. and they didn't go talk to him at that time, he not gonna remember that situation. And her dad came and picked her up. Are you serious? So that's supposed to mean that, listen, you can't take him to criminal court on anything like that. That's why the lawyer didn't pursue this case criminal. It's nothing in that for him. It's happened 25 years ago, and that's all they got for evidence. Okay, they would have told him to kick rocks, but all he need here is allegations, because his move was never to get justice. It's only to get paid.
And, we'll see what happens, or if the DA looks and investigates.
So what happens now?
So what happens now is this is simply a civil complaint. And in a civil complaint, it goes through the technical legal process. Now, the distinction, Jessica, between civil and criminal, of course, is that civil is for monetary damages, right? The system can only reward you with money. There's allegations that this 13-year-old is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, suffered depression, etc. So now you go to fact-finding, right? Before that, just briefly, there was a demand letter sent. And a demand letter is a letter being sent by a lawyer saying, hey, I don't have to sue you. We can sit, we can mediate it. If we reach an agreement, it never sees the light of day. Jay-Z saying, I don't care about your demand letter. I look at it as blackmail. You want to sue me, sue me. You want to look at it criminally, look at it criminally, but it'll go through the fact finding.
Because it is blackmail. Let me tell you something, family. That lawsuit was never aimed at Diddy. The whole time, that Diddy lawsuit was a smokescreen. It was a play he was making to get at Jay-Z. The lawsuit was always about Jay-Z. Diddy got 300 lawsuits on him right now. All right, that lawsuit he levied at Diddy was really aimed at Jay-Z. He levied that lawsuit at Diddy and left the co-conspirator unnamed. Okay, left Diddy co-conspirator unnamed. And the celebrity lady that watched, whoever she is, trust me, this lawyer got another person he putting the screws to also, like he was just trying to put the screws to Jay-Z. Okay, family, now after he filed that complaint, he sent Jay-Z that letter saying if Jay-Z didn't pay the money, that he was going to put his name in on that complaint. Okay, now that's a threat. Had he not filed that complaint before he sent Jay-Z that letter, then it's not a threat. But once he filed that complaint and then told Jay-Z, hey, if you don't pay me this money, I'm going to put your name on that complaint. Now it's blackmail. Now it's blackmail, family. That's what he was trying to do. That was his play. He know the situation that Jay-Z in. He know a lot of them sponsors that sponsor Diddy sponsor him too. They already looking at him funny because of how close he is to Diddy. And now these allegations right here is the last thing he needed. Trust me, just like Diddy, he had a lot of lawyers advising him to pay it. But he already knew what happened to Diddy when they advised him to pay it. That tape was not going to stay silent. It was not going to stay quiet that he paid that money. That lawyer would have grabbed another bag to give up the information that Jay-Z paid that money. And just like Diddy, it would have been lines wrapped around the corner by the morning to sue him, or people saying he done stuff to them. He had to stand up right now. And the way he fired back, awesome, because this is a plot. This is a plot, and remember, it's another woman that he putting the screws to. I think it's Beyonce. I think it's Jay-Z's wife that he's saying so because remember, it's another unnamed co-conspirator who is a female who's supposed to have watched them to do this to her. Now, I wouldn't be surprised one bit if Beyonce going back and forth about whether to pay him or not. All right, so he ain't trying to put the screws to her because he's still trying to apply the pressure. But I'm telling you, Jay-Z stood up. He manning up. He gonna try to be the one to run this dude away because this dude a real sleazebag. Okay, it's no way to prove these allegations, fam.
process. If a trial is necessary to determine the facts, that's what will happen, but it'll be deemed civil. No indication at this point as to whether or not any criminal investigation will ensue as a result of this.
Yeah, and Jay-Z came back incredibly forcefully against these allegations and really singled out that attorney as well for being, I'm paraphrasing here, but greedy, saying he's out to get money, and calling that letter essentially blackmail.
That's what it is. All right, that lawyer is a sleaze bag, family.
Yeah, and in addition to that, Jessica, also suing the attorney, saying he's intimidating him, harassing him, etc. Now, demand letters are not new. What lawyers do is they send them out as a matter of protocol and practice so that you can expedite the process. At the same time, there's certain ethical standards that you have to use, and you have to have a good faith factual belief that this is true. Now,
he don't have a good faith factual belief that this is true. The lawyer don't have a good faith factual belief that this was true. And on the way he did it was completely unethical. Okay, you cannot levy a lawsuit against somebody, unname a co-conspirator, and then threaten somebody that if they don't pay you, you're gonna put their name on there. Because you know they in a situation where, listen, the last thing they need right now is some allegations like this against them. Okay, Jay-Z took a chance with us. He hoped he built enough favor with us that we would give him the benefit of the doubt and treat him fair. Okay, he hoped the work that he did with us, he put it all on us, family. What do? We just abandon him in the face of some funny sounding allegations that happened 25 years ago that there's no way to prove that whether this really actually happened or not? We don't give him the benefit of the doubt. We just assume this story is true, knowing who it's coming from. Let's check the source. This lawyer is a sleaze bag. Let's not forget, he got 20 ladies already that he representing against Diddy. Okay, he got ladies in his he got ladies in his background that he represented who have been proven to have false allegations against people. He don't care. He don't care if the story is true or not. All this lawyer care about is if he can grab a bag, okay? And right now his practice is squeezing brothers.
You can argue this complaint was filed in October, right? Could have mentioned Jay-Z then. You didn't. Why? It was amended now to include him. Are the factual assertions true? Are they fact or fiction? Is it a money grab or not? All of that will be.
Of course it's a money grab. And why didn't he name Jay-Z in the suit at first? Because he needed that for leverage. That's how he was going to blackmail him. That's how he was going to blackmail him. Okay, that's why he didn't add the name until he didn't get paid. When he didn't get paid, he got mad and turned the fire up. He was upset. He was fully expecting that bag. He knew the situation Jay-Z was in, and he thought this play was going to get him that bag. And when it didn't get him that bag, he got upset and he turned up the fire. It didn't cost him nothing to do this.
Litigated in a court of law, but according to Jay-Z, this never happened, is pure fiction. It is a money grab, and he's fighting for his name, reputation, and certainly innocence and justice in his view, which is he didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, and you touched on a point too that I wanted to ask you about, which was that this was an amendment to this already existing lawsuit. What are people to take away from that? The fact that they're coming back and adding to this now with this specific name?
Yeah, Jessica, so it depends. That's also common. You could amend lawsuits, right, as a matter of course, and you do, to include certain factual allegations. The interesting thing to me in terms of your question and the takeaway, if you had this information about Jay-Z, it happened allegedly in September of 2000, why not include it in the original complaint? What happened between October and now that necessitated you putting in, and it's a question of credibility.
What happened between October and now that necessitate for him to put Jay-Z name in it? Jay-Z didn't pay. That's what this was all about. It was all about grabbing that bag from Jay-Z, and when Jay-Z didn't pay, his name went in that lawsuit because it was going to be absolutely devastating to his reputation and have him out here fighting for his life like he doing right now. Okay, it didn't cost that lawyer nothing, but he was pissed when he wasn't going to grab that bag for Christmas.
Was he celebrity A, right, as was noted in the October complaint? Is this pure fiction? And what's interesting in the complaint is he really, that is the lawyer, tries to tie Jay-Z to Mr. Combs in so many ways, right? Birds of a feather is the argument that he's making. You can make that argument. You need the facts to sustain it. Let's see if they come up with any facts.
It ain't no facts, family. There are no facts. There are no facts, family. This happened 25 years ago. What facts? What facts, family? Ain't no facts. The facts is that 25 years ago, somebody said she was 13 years old. Some waiter poured her a drink that had something in it since the situation with Diddy and that Ciroc that was laced. Now everybody had a drink that had something in it. You get the correlation? All right, look, I'm telling you, okay, this lawsuit is bogus. It's a money grab. That lawyer didn't believe in it. What he believed in was the allegation could get him a bag because he know Jay-Z's situation. And right now, it's the last thing he could afford. Just the last thing he could afford. He was banking on that to get him a bag. It didn't get him the bag, family. It did not net him the bag. All right, this was a play. I think that brother earned enough favor with us. All right, is what we gonna say? Ain't none of them worth nothing? Don't none of them deserve to be for us to have their back? When we gonna say, look, stop bringing us allegations, bring us some proof. Don't bring us no 25-year-old stories, okay, that you have no evidence. Now, I'm not saying this didn't happen. All I'm saying is, it's no way for us to know whether this really happened or not. So in the face of that, we gotta give the brother the benefit of the doubt, okay, for all he been to us, for everything he contributed to our community. He deserved more than to be abandoned, still swinging